modified burpee for this one. So you can see I'm using the bench, so it's going to make the push-up a little bit easier. This is a great version of doing burpees for beginners in particular, and it's a great warm-up exercise as well. So getting into that push-up, and then jumping back, and you can see I'm not jumping up at the end either, so I'm just trying to keep the joint impact off my knees when I do this exercise. Your turn to try it. Using the tip of the bench for some triceps dips for this exercise. Now you can see I'm doing it with straight legs so that I can't cheat, and you've just got to make sure that your butt stays really close to your hand. We don't want to cause any excess pressure in the rotator cuffs. Your turn to try this one. Working some push-ups for this exercise, and we're getting some assistance from the bench just to create a little bit of elevation, and this will make the push-up fairly easy. Just make sure you're cautious enough not to tip the bench over. Your turn to try this one. Let's grab a pair of dumbbells for this next segment. Close grip press or triceps press for this one. So you can see I've lifted my head in order to engage my core and support my back, but you could do it with your head on the bench as well. The important thing is keep your elbows tucked in and make sure the dumbbells are pressed against each other, and we're just going to push up in a straight vertical line and then return it to your chest. Your turn. alternate bicep curls. So seated with nice steady support, making sure your spine's nice and neutral, and we're going to start to pump out some alternate bicep curls. Now you want to make sure you minimize any movement in the elbow, and we're rotating right up at the top, getting that 90 degrees rotation at the top of the biceps curl. Your turn to try this one. Skull crusher for this exercise. Now there's a bunch of different ways of doing this, but I'll show you the way I like to do it. So I like to start off with parallel arms so that when you're dropping your dumbbells, it's missing your head and it's actually giving you the most range of movement. So I'm trying to get 90 degrees movement out of this. Make sure the elbows remain nice and stationary and your back is pinned right up against the bench when you do it. Your turn. Concentration curls. Now this is a great biceps isolation. So you can see I've got my elbow inside of my thigh and supported, and all I'm doing is just pumping out some biceps curls perpendicular to my leg. So I'm going to hit one side and then I'm going to hit the other side as well. Your turn. triceps kickback. So you want to make sure for this one, you pull up a row first so your elbow's nice and high, and then that's your starting position. And then from that point, your elbow doesn't move anymore. So all it is an extension behind you. Make sure you're using the bench for support. Make sure there's a slight bend in your knees and your back's protected through this exercise as well. Your turn to try it. working some unilateral hammer curls for this one. So very important to keep your elbows tight and tucked in by your side. And you can see that I'm holding isometric on one side and doing my reps on my other side. Having this hammer or neutral hand position is going to really help with hitting not just the biceps, but also your brachialis and lateral triceps to some extent as well. Your turn to try this one.
Well done for finishing your workout, guys. Please take a few minutes to stretch and cool your body down now.
If you enjoyed this workout segment, please assist us by liking and sharing. Remember to subscribe for your daily workout fix.